Hello, this is a small guide to explain how to include badges from the OpenBadges standard to LinkedIn. So OpenBadges is an open standard to represent skills that you might have acquired following courses online, for example. And once you create a backpack in the Mozilla OpenBadge site, so you can see that at the bottom left of the screen, you can see the URL backpack.openbadges.org. You can create an account there associated with an email account. And whenever you follow a course, make sure that you register with the same email, and you should be able to get those badges if the site where you're studying is supporting the OpenBadges standard. So once you get some badges, here I have 8 badges. So here you can see them. You need to create a collection. If you want to publish one single badge, then you don't need to create a collection, but collections allow you to define permissions over badges. So it's always good to have a collection to publish it. So here, for example, I'm gonna slide the different badges, and I'm gonna start with the badge that looks a bit better, because sometimes when you export a collection, it will use the icon of the first badge of the collection. So here I added my badge. I'm just gonna drag and drop a few other badges. There we go. So I'm putting the whole collection, and I'm going to click the public checkbox, so that this collection is now public and can be seen by anyone. We're gonna add here, it's a course about cloud computing. It's a set of badges about cloud computing. So I'm just setting up the name, and then I'm gonna use the button to share the collection. And this is gonna offer me several options. So if I click on this button here, on this link here, so I'm just gonna refresh the page so we can see it again. I have this link that says share this on Twitter, Google+, Facebook, and LinkedIn. The issue with this is that if you pick the LinkedIn share button, then it will share this collection as an update on your profile. It's not gonna stay there. Well, it's gonna stay there, but it's gonna be in your history of events that happened on your profile, and it's not gonna be something permanent that you can say, for example, is part of your profile in terms of education. And so if you want to do that, you can use the LinkedIn share button, and you will get a screen like this. There we go. But it's important to pick up the link, and here we don't really have a link provided, so we're gonna try with something else, and we're gonna share, for example, with Google+. And there you can actually, this title here is a link to my collection. So I'm just gonna copy the link, and I'm gonna close this. And I'm gonna go now to my profile on LinkedIn, and I'm gonna scroll down to the education section. There we go. And so I'm gonna add an education part. So I know which portal or which school or which institution I use to get those badges. So I'm just gonna put here, that's the Activate Academies. Camilo, the software Camilo LMS allows you to define badges as part of the courses in which the course that you will follow online. And so you can create a badge and assign it to a course, so that your students can get those badges when they study your course. So here I'm just gonna say 2015, no degree, field of study is cloud computing in this case. So I'm just gonna set it up, and I'm gonna say description, online course on cloud computing, for example. Okay, and I'm gonna save it. without putting the link. And then I'm gonna come back and check this block in education, and I'm gonna add a link here. So I'm just gonna say okay. Well, that's okay. That's the education section that I just added. I paste the link, I click on continue, and now inside my education section I have actually a link to one of those badges. I can modify this. So for example, cloud computing course badges, and well, I can delete this part, I can add a description, or I can leave it blank, and that's it. So from now on, if I'm gonna check my profile as another person, if I go to education, that's about right down here, I can see the badge. So obviously the badge doesn't appear exactly as I would expect, but that's at least it's a link. I can click this link. Sorry, I'm still in editor mode, but if I'm a normal visitor on my profile, I can click the link and I will get to the collection. So for example, now I'm loading this link. I'm going directly to the collection, and in the collection I can see all the different badges of that collection. Well, that's it. So I hope this helps, and let me know in the comments if you have any question.